Hello everybody, my name is Ryan from the YMCA. Today we're going to talk about why you would want to train the deadlift, and we're going to go through some basic progressions and learning how to do the movement. The primary reason to train the deadlift is core stability. So it's going to teach us how to keep our back straight through any movement that we're doing in life. Without that ability to maintain spinal integrity, we run the risk of moving in a way that could potentially hurt us. This also trains all the major muscle groups in our posterior chain responsible for posture. So really it's about posture and core stability, especially in the beginning stages of working on a deadlift. All right, so we have Sydney here who's going to assist me. We're going to run through this movement with the PVC pipe. So we're learning how to do this movement. Believe it or not, holding postures, even with the PVC pipe, can be very challenging. So to start, we're going to work from the top down. So we're at the end of the movement. We've got the bar up. We're going to lower it down under control. So points of performance, weight in the heels. Sydney can wiggle her toes if she wants. She's going to keep that bar in line or in contact with her legs through this entire movement. That's going to maintain her lumbar spine. Lumbar spine will stay neutral and it won't round. So if Sydney was to take that bar away from her and lower it down, she'd probably curve that lumbar spine, which is what we don't want to do. At this point, she's going to slowly start to lower it down. As soon as that bar passes her knees and hips are going to bend at the same rate. And that's the end of the movement. She's in the bottom of the position now. So now we're going to reverse that order. She's going to slowly rise, knees, hips moving at the same rate till the bar passes the knees. Then she stands up. Movement is finished when shoulders are behind the bar, knees are straight and locked out, and she can squeeze her butt, which means her hip is fully open. So for the next variation of deadlifts, we're going to go ahead with a Romanian or a stiff-legged deadlift using a kettlebell. So Sydney's going to straddle kind of these 10-pound plates that we have stacked on the floor. The reason for those is we're reducing the range of motion. We want to make sure she's able to keep that lumbar spine neutral through this full range of motion. If she can, we'll slowly add range of motion by removing plates. This is usually a good place to start with beginners with a short range of motion. Work on increasing range of motion. When you have full range of motion, at that point we could begin increasing load or weight. So Sydney's going to reach down. She's going to take a little step forward so that kind of the horns of the kettlebells are kind of right between her legs. So even another little step forward. Good. So this is a Romanian deadlift. So she's going to start with her legs just a soft bend in the knee. And at this point, she is truly just going to hinge with the hips. Go ahead and rise. Again, shoulder is behind the bar. In this case, it's the horns of the kettlebell. She can squeeze her butt. She's going to return. And what's nice about these 10-pound plates is they give her a target. So oftentimes beginners will bring the weight out again, and that rounds the lumbar spine. So this gives her a target to return that weight to on every rep, which is between her legs. So for the next progression in the deadlift, we're going to go ahead with a barbell deadlift. Sydney's going to go ahead and approach the bar. It's going to be very close to her legs. Remember, you want that bar almost in contact with your legs. She's going with the double overhand grip. Her shoulders are in front of that bar in the start position. Her weight is in her heels. You'll notice when I ask her to begin the deadlift that or pick that up, the angle of her knee and the angle of her hip will be rising at the same rate until that bar comes above her knees, at which point it's just hip extension. Her hip is now fully open, her knee is locked out, she's able to squeeze her butt, and her shoulders are behind the path of the barbell. That's a completed rep. We'll reverse that movement down. Barbell staying in close with those legs. Good. Watch the knee and hip angle one more time for me, Sydney. Completes the movement, lowers it back down. So there's countless ways to train the deadlift. Today we reviewed 3 using a PVC or a broomstick. Then we used the kettlebell with a more Romanian deadlift style, meaning that the legs are a little bit straighter through the full range of motion, and the barbell. I hope you give these a try. We have tons of coaching staff here, so if you're unsure of your form, ask some of our staff to maybe watch you go through some ranges of motion, and we would be happy to help you. Thank you.